Hi, my name is Camille Siskoy, and I'm an engineer at General Motors. I've always loved math and science. My earliest memory of learning and loving math is from third grade when I learned long division. Math always intrigued me, and when I got to fourth grade and beyond and started having science classes where we did experiments and solved and analyzed problems, I saw the two subjects take shape together. Math and science continued to be my favorite subjects in high school. So when I got to Virginia Tech, go Hokies, although I didn't immediately know what I wanted to major in, I knew I wanted math and science in my curriculum. So I decided to take all pre-engineering courses. And I spent the remainder of that semester meeting with various engineering professionals, including a woman who had majored in industrial and systems engineering, a particular degree I had never heard of. She told me about this unique engineering degree that focused on the integration of people, processes, information, and equipment to design, implement, and improve systems. I was hooked. I've always been drawn to continuous improvement and ways to do things more efficiently. One of the things I've enjoyed most with my engineering education is that it really taught me how to think analytically and solve problems. Those are skill sets that can be used across industry and even at home in your personal life. Even with my degree identified, I didn't know what I wanted to do after graduation to use my engineering knowledge, and I certainly never thought I'd be working in the automotive industry. But during my junior year at Virginia Tech, I was approached by General Motors for a summer internship. Now, I'm a homebody, and I was worried about going so far away from home for a summer job. It meant going up to Southeast Michigan. With some encouragement from my family and deciding to seize the opportunity, I accepted the internship, and I'm so glad I did. Being able to see the automotive industry firsthand was so cool. I interned at the Detroit Hamtramck vehicle assembly plant, where the Chevrolet Volt was in the final stages of launch. I watched cars be built, going from sheet metal at one end of the assembly plant to full vehicles that could drive off the line at the other end. After that summer, I accepted a full-time position as an engineer at GM, and after I graduated, I moved to Southeast Michigan and have lived in Metro Detroit ever since. Engineering has such a diverse application, even that in the last 10 years that I've worked with GM, I've had four main positions: program ergonomist, design release engineer, vehicle systems engineer, and now engineering group manager, with numerous subset roles and opportunities throughout that time. As a program ergonomist, I worked with other engineers to ensure that our vehicle designs and build sequences protected the operators who are assembling the vehicle, so they weren't repetitively lifting too much weight or reaching too far when installing a part in the vehicle. Have you ever repeated one motion too many times and hurt yourself or been sore later? That's what I worked to prevent in our assembly plant operators' jobs. In my design release engineer roles, I was responsible for designing parts of the interior of Cadillac sedans and for integrating those parts with the rest of the vehicle. From the inception of a vehicle design, it was my responsibility to design safe, reliable, durable, manufacturable, high quality parts for the vehicle interior. As I mentioned earlier, an engineering education teaches people how to think analytically and solve problems, but there's so much to learn in everyday work too. And in that role, I was exposed to automotive suppliers and have seen raw materials cut, molded, and formed into plastic bezels, wrapped panels, and formed speaker grills, for example. My next role as a vehicle systems engineer, I worked with the design and release engineers of a particular interior of a vehicle. In my case, it was the new Cadillac CT4. When you get in your car and you sit in the seats, you put your hands on the steering wheel, you look up at the headliner or put cups in your console, those are interior parts. It was my responsibility to ensure all of the interior parts of the Cadillac CT4 were designed, tested, and ready for builds on time. I even got to go on test drives with the vehicle chief engineer of that program, where we looked for ways to test the limits of the vehicle's performance to confirm the cars were ready for the next build phase. The Cadillac CT4 just recently became available at dealerships, and I'm so proud to see it on the roads. Be on the lookout. If you ever see a Cadillac ATS, CTS, or now the Cadillac CT4 or CT5, I've worked on those interiors of those performance sedans. Now I'm an engineering group manager where I lead the design release engineers for the dashboard, or in our case, we call it the instrument panel at work, and floor consoles for various vehicle products. I've come back to my industrial and systems engineering education, where I'm integrating my team with processes and information to design, implement, and improve our instrument panels and floor consoles for our customers. Let's consider an example where integration of information to implement a solution for our customers comes to practice. Cup holders in the floor consoles. As a customer, driver, or passenger, you want the cup holders to fit whatever reasonably sized cup you bring in the car. Our engineering team must design with the customer need as the priority, but also balance a wide set of sometimes conflicting requirements. Some of those are the overall aesthetics of the floor console. We want it to look nice with all parts integrated together. And then packaging of all of those components in the console. Things you see like the shifter, switches, compartments, and components you don't see like wiring, ducting, and structure below the surface. We deal with requirements and the need to balance this often conflicting criteria every day so we can deliver great interiors within the vehicles. A challenge and an opportunity to use our engineering education and knowledge for the benefit of our customers. Looking back, sometimes I still can't believe I'm in the automotive industry. It all stemmed from my love for math and science, and then by pursuing my interests and seizing opportunities, I catapulted myself into a career as an automotive engineer. Engineering is an exciting and diverse field where no 2 days are the same. If you like math and science and enjoy solving problems, I encourage you to further consider opportunities or even a career in engineering. Lifelong learning and tackling new challenges awaits. Thank you for your time and best of luck to all the students at Columbia Secondary School.